Hello, Wet Shaving World. I'm excited to bring you episode 6 of Stubble Meets Steel. Today, we're going to be talking about the Parker variant open comb that recently came out versus the Parker variant closed comb that's been out for a while. A lot of people like the closed comb variant, myself included. I would have to say that it's probably my favorite thumb wheel adjustable that I've tried, even over the T2, Black Beauty 109 that I've got, and Merkur Progress and some others that I've tried. So I was really curious when I heard that this open comb came out, and I really wanted to check it out. And one of the biggest things that I really wanted to bring to everybody's attention is, if you see, the line on this one goes all the way up. And on another channel he was talking about on the older ones, I'll post a picture of it too, on the older ones there was just kind of a little dot here. So I don't know if I have a newer version of the variant than what's been out for a while. I don't know if they changed this at all, because those markings on the head are the same as this new open comb one. And so I don't know for sure if maybe they did change this regular closed comb variant pretty recently. I'd be curious to find that out. And if you see that the numbers are painted there and there's the red dot, I did that myself. This one doesn't have it because this one didn't come with it. I did that myself. So for today's blades, I should say, I'm gonna go with the Treet Falcon. I've just had a lot of good luck with them. I find them they're the perfect combo of sharp yet smooth, and most importantly, very forgiving. Since this is an open comb, a little more risky of a shave, so I figured let's go with something safe that I like. For the brush, we're gonna go with the Yaqi 30mm barber pole. For soap today, I've got Stirling's Pine Sheep and coniferous. And what I like to do is I like to mix them together. I find it has a really great smell, kind of kicks up the scent profile of the pine sheep, and you get the awesome benefits of the pine sheep being tallow based, but it's sheep fat based. All right, let's get into it, guys. Let's see how this shaves. On another channel, I saw that he started off on a real low setting of a 1.5, and he really liked it. And so I was curious. He was saying that it was quite rough, the closed comb version. And so I was really curious about that. And I tried my variant closed comb with a 1.5 setting. And I swear it seemed like it was a little rough to me. So I thought that was interesting. So I'm going to try both of these, and I'm going to start off on a 1.5 setting. Normally on my closed comb, I start off with a 3. So we'll see how it works. I'm definitely going to crank it up, but for the first few strokes or so, I'm definitely going to start off with the 1.5, and I'm going to see, is the open comb a lot smoother than the closed comb on that low setting? Because maybe it was in my head, but I swear that that closed comb on the lower setting felt more aggressive than on the 3. As weird as that sounds. Just making a mess, don't mind me. All right, I'm excited for this, gents. Let's take a look. Open comb, 1.5. Treet Falcon blade. Wow, that was really smooth. Not blade feely at all for an open comb. Geez, I don't know if I can tell them apart, gentlemen. Let's crank these bad boys up to a 3. I'm not forcing around on that lower setting. I gotta just say, that's the smoothest open comb I've ever used. I've tried the Razor Rock self-lubricating open comb. I've tried the Parker 26C. I've tried the hybrid Fine DE5. That's the smoothest open comb I just used, is the one right there. I have to say, I'm kind of in disbelief, but I think the open comb is smoother than the closed comb. And as I already mentioned, this was my favorite thumb wheel adjustable so far. All right, well, that was really nice. Man, this Scott's Pine Sheep, once you get it hydrated, right, it's definitely a step above Stirling. It's normal stuff, which is still one of my favorites. Artisans for soap. I always just get Stirling to really lather up really nicely for me. And we have hard water here. I tried putting distilled water in my spray mister bottle here, and I didn't really notice a hill of beans of difference, so I just put regular water in it now. So I personally haven't found that myth to be true, that the hard water plays a difference in how much lather you can build as easily. I didn't really find too big of a difference. We have pretty hard water here. All right. This is my against the grain here. I don't like to go against the grain or across the grain on the lower part of my neck. A little more blade feely on that pass. I'm gonna turn that down to a 2.5. That feels better. Make all things fair. We'll go to 2.5 on that side. that was against the grain there on my neck. I have to say, I felt like the closed comb was a tiny bit smoother for me there. Okay, this is across. All right, feels nice. All right, closed comb. Another review had mentioned that they'd gotten rid of these extra lather channels on the bottom. I wonder why they did that on the open comb, if they felt it wasn't needed, because it's got these huge lather channels there. Curious as to why they would have omitted that. I thought it was pretty cool that they added those on the closed comb one compared to the Mercur Progress, for instance. But I never had a problem rinsing out the Progress without those, so maybe that's why the open comb, they decided to get rid of it. Maybe it's easier to manufacture it, obviously, without making those holes. Yeah, that pine sheep was nice. If you want to try a wool fat soap, but you don't want to try Mitchell's wool fat because it's got EDTA in it like I didn't, then check out Stirling's. Good quality ingredients, and it's definitely cut above their normal beef tallow soap. All right, let's go against the grain. It's hard to compare off memory, but it felt a little bit smoother underneath the mustache, the open comb, versus the Parker 26C. But I think on my next video is going to be the Parker 26C open comb versus the variant open comb. But that's one of the benchmark tests for me, is the against the grain underneath the mustache area. A lot of razors is really aggressive, doesn't feel very good at all for me. They're both very close underneath the mustache area there, in case you're wondering. It's really hard to tell the difference. All right, let's wet down and see where we're at with things. That was third pass, obviously. Really, really similar. I'd say maybe, just maybe, the open comb was a little more efficient right in here, but there's still a tiny bit that I could clean up even on the open comb side. On the closed comb, just right under here maybe, there's a little bit more, but it's so hard to blame the razor for that. It could just be technique. There's enough residual slickness on that soap. Just hop right back in. Not that I don't have a ton on my brush over there, but all right, let me go ahead and start getting cleaned up, and we'll do a post-shave review, and I'll give you some more details and my oversights, and see where we're at with everything. All done with cleaning up. Use some typical Thayer's Witch Hazel after. Now I'm gonna go in for some Whiskey Woods by Clubman aftershave. I like this smell, not quite as much as the Brandy Spice. The Brandy Spice, even my 10-year-old daughter was into last night before bed. Apparently she was putting it on. She's like, oh, this smells so good, Daddy. This one smells really good too, though. Exactly like it sounds. Whiskey with a little bit of like smoky, peaty wood scent to it. So while I was cleaning up, I was thinking about a couple different things in my head, and a few different things that are also a tiny bit different. As you see under here, the shape of this is a little bit different. The end piece is knurled a little bit different. It also looks like it's maybe, I don't know, 1 millimeter larger in diameter. But for the most part, they shave really similar. But I have to say, I'm very impressed. This is the first open comb that I've actually really enjoyed and would, eager to want to use again. And that says a lot. I find most of them are a little bit too aggressive for me underneath my neck area, and always just too blade feely for my personal preference. They feel like they want to kind of bite me at any minute, and often do, especially if I don't pull my skin over on my Adam's apple, and if I try to go over it. The Razor Rock one is very prone to biting me pretty easily. So I have to say, definitely the most impressive open comb that I've used. Do I like it better than the closed comb? Yeah, I'm going to need a few more shaves to be 100% honest with you. They're very, very similar, but I have to say this is extremely smooth. Also, again, I need to reiterate the fact that is this variant different because it has the longer line on it like this one does? Is this a newer version closed comb that I already have? Boy, I'd love to get the older style one that just has the dot and see if it does in fact shave different. I know that they had issues with this, where they used to be more black. This is now graphite color. It's more of a gray color, and I know that that's new. So maybe they have done something to the head. I can't say without, short of using somebody else's, all I have is this. But very, very impressed. Head to head, boy, I don't know if I could really tell the difference. The shaving experience was extremely, extremely similar. I'd have to say in certain spots I found this a little bit smoother. Down here today, this was a little bit irritating until I changed it to the 2.5, but sometimes even a Rockwell 6C irritates me there with one of my best blades. So some days it's just a little much. I don't let my hair grow out 3, 4, 5 days. So, I know that the open comb is really supposed to shine when you have longer growth, because the hair tends to go right through there and grab the blade easily. That's something that maybe next time I go camping, and I'm gone 3, 4 days or something like that, I'll have to shave and see if there's a validity to that. But overall, very, very impressed. Parker did a really nice job on this. Next up, I'm going to do the 26C, which is their pretty famous open comb that a lot of guys like, and compare them head to head, see what kind of setting I'd have to put this on to be comparable. Is this still smoother than that? Is one more efficient than the other? Curious how that winds up. But overall, you really can't go wrong with either. Again, I feel that even the closed comb for me works better than my T2. I find the Rockwell T2 just wants to either be not efficient enough or too aggressive enough, and it irritates me underneath my neck. It has kind of just this weird blade feel to it, where the Variant for me is my favorite thumb wheel. So looks like I might have another one that might be my favorite. I got it in the different colors so I could tell them apart because I already have the semi-slant and and then the 26C all with this same color, so I didn't want all of them to be the same. I'll never be able to tell them apart short of staring at them, but obviously the open comb stands out more. Really cool looking, guys. For 60 bucks, you really can't go wrong. If you're interested in an open comb, you want some adjustability to play around, I'd say this is a winner. Definitely check it out. If you've never tried an open comb, so far this is definitely my first pick for a good quality open comb, and then you can adjust it so you can dial it way down to suit your needs. All right, everybody, hope you enjoyed the video. The first comparison of the infamous Parker Variant, now open comb version, and your closed comb. Have a good night. Take care till next time.